Heyo! We had a pretty good Apollyon run. So what should we do now? I mean, we can do the Lost again, but maybe not right away. There are many things we can do. We can do a Judas run. Let's do a Judas. Very scary character at the beginning because it doesn't really have that much health, as you can notice, and I've been pretty bad at not getting hit. I've been failing to do so, so we'll see how this turns out. Hopefully I will manage. It is scary room, not gonna lie. But we manage once again. The Apollyon run was pretty strong, but it didn't really have anything wacky in it. Which is fine. It's a bit surprising for sure. Because usually there is like at least one wacky item in each run, if that makes sense. So I'm a bit surprised that we didn't get that right now. But you know, it's fine. It's still one. You don't necessarily need something crazy to have a winning run. And we have cards against humanity, which would be pretty nice to use in a big room. In a big boy room. Deck of cards is not really something I was looking for. To be fair with you. Because we have like a pretty good like active item, you know. So that's a bit unfortunate. Cannot go in there because we don't have the health to do so. Alright, so I don't think we will have like a big room in this. Did I do? Okay, I did do the boss rush and hush. So we can just stall for a second. Come on. Come on. There we go. And it didn't even give anything, man. Crazy, man. So we're not gonna get a big room here. Let's see what this is, though. A key and the money. So I will probably use this on the next floor. I mean, you know, with no rush. The gift would be a nice item to get, don't get me wrong, but I can't really guarantee that we're gonna get like a petrified poop, for example, to gain more money, or just like 10 cents and a penny. So, you know, I'm not gonna risk it for no reason. The HP is pretty nice though. Don't do that face, Judas. It's a pretty good get because we can now try out the cursed room. The cursed room. The room of curses. And look, we have a pretty good exchange there. Now we have protection against the, or like we have protection to get the devil deal next round. I think I'm just gonna do like a classic like light path run, you know, not gonna overthink it much. There is a time and place for everything, right? Now this room looks pretty good for a Cards Against Humanity game strategy. Look at for these enemies so they don't hit you. There we go. Let's check out the item room first. Coin bag is... Honestly, I'm gonna take it. I know it's not damage, but maybe we don't need the damage with Judas that much. And now we're gonna shoot poops for the next 2 minutes. Hopefully we will get the petrified poop soonish. If not, that's gonna be unlucky. The reason why I'm taking like the pennies because I kind of think stores are pretty strong in this game. Maybe they are the strongest as ever. Like, there are just so many good items that you know, don't necessarily make you stronger, like, you know, increase your DPS, but they just help so much with the with how the run goes, you know. Many battery items, or like, you know, ways to find secret rooms. Oh, there we go. You know, items that like make you have more pickups and stuff, and the more pickups can lead to more items, and it's like a circle, you know, you get the idea. So I generally think like stores are one of the best factors in the game. And then, you know, they also made like a whole game mode about stores basically. And I know they changed the, you know, the item pool for that, but at the same time it's like they just added more spacebar items, I think. There we go. Or not so enough spacebar items, but like treasure room items to the store item. But again, I think they are still pretty strong, even without that. So, you know, no complaints there. No complaints there, sir. Oh, we can shoot two at the same time. Hold on. There we go. Now we are destroying the poops. Holy cow. We are like the Terminator of them. Can we do it here too? We can. Somehow. Look at how much faster we are now. Maybe that's what I should with the poop destroyer. That has a nice ring to it. So my plans for the weekend is to draw. I think I talked about this before. Draw the bad guys. You know, maybe a bit of spicier drawing, because I do, you know, think that the two main characters, or main characters, Mr. Wolf and Diana Foxington, are pretty attractive, for furry standards at least, you know. And I do want to appreciate, especially because, you know, I rented about this before. It's like, you know, the Minecraft movie, like making $5 billion, and then there is there is the bad guy that's like a much better film, and it doesn't make money, and you know, I'm just like, you know, it's hard to love humanity when it causes so much pain. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but I kind of get Jesus at times. It's like, you know, it was an allegory for this allegory. Sorry, Jesus loved the bad guys, and then humanity decided that now what if we watch the Minecraft film, and Jesus was like, no, don't do it, man. And people were like, we gonna fucking do it. We gonna fucking watch the Minecraft film again and again. And it is a pretty heartbreaking experience, for sure. Don't get me wrong, we got a golden key, which is amazing, since we are looking for a store, as you may notice. Hashtag did notice her. Maybe a golden chest too, just so we can use it out more. Maybe, you know, no pressure, no pressure. I wouldn't mind it necessarily. The key is also nice. A bomb would be pretty good too. Once again, no pressure, video gameage. Wow. What a unfortunate turn of events. Okay, you need to stop now. But honestly, card reading is not necessarily what I'm looking for, but might as well buy it since we have infinite money. And I'm gonna play you, well not play, but you know, I'm gonna donate. We can allow ourselves to donate a bit. There we go. There we go. I'm also gonna go to the curse room. Why not? That was not good. This was not worth it, man. Now I have a plan. It's a bit controversial, don't get me wrong, but your kid's gonna love it. So yeah, that's my plans for the weekend. I also want to clean out the house, but that might be a Monday thing, you know. Simply because I think I have enough for this weekend. You know, drawing, and then I also like cooked yesterday. Before community night, I made Sushi's simple base mac and cheese, and it was a pretty good one. It's a pretty nice one. It's like, you know, one of those foods where you can like have the very basic one. Okay. We will probably like get back here anyway, so I don't think we have to kill you. So I'm not gonna. So like, you know, there is like the basic mac and cheese, and then this is like still a basic one, but still a more advanced one. And it like tastes much better. Like you know, when you like make a basic as food, and then you add like stuff to it, like, hey, what if I added some leek to it, for example, and then you realize that like, holy cow, this can be so much better than how I like originally did before. It changes how you look at things. Now, you know, the holy shit item, it's not necessarily something I was looking for, I'll be honest with y'all. I don't really like items where you have to get hit to be stronger. You know, our last run was based around that, and it did work out in the end, but you know, it's like pretty risky. All things considered. Bandage is nice. I mean, we might as well try to kill the statue now, right? Like, what do we have? Like, what can we lose? So yeah, he also has like a truffle mac and cheese that I want to try out eventually. That also looks pretty good. And sounds pretty delicious. So yeah, I'm excited to give that one a try. Oh, come on, man. There we go. We got some HP this floor. I think we can leave. I don't think we really have anything else to do. I'm also gonna take a sip of this liquid here. There we go. Free item room or free secret room? I think I'm gonna go for the secret room. Because we don't have a bomb right now, as you have noticed. Or you may have noticed, I should say. What was I talking about? Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Oh yeah, just like items that like you need to hurt yourself to be stronger. I think it's not like if you build your run around that, it can work out, I guess. Like, you know, if you get enough items that makes you stronger, the more you get hurt, I think that's like a viable tactic. But it is like, you know, you need to be careful about that. Also, that was like one of the worst hits I've had in this game. I think I literally just walked into the enemy. The run is already falling apart, which is pretty interesting, I guess. Didn't expect it to happen this fast, I guess. So hopefully this item room and store will help us out in one way or another. Come on. Come on, come on! Give me a break. Okay, Champion's Belt is definitely helping. Would also like to buy this and that. Because, you know, we have money for now. And we have Petrified Poop too, so, you know, we can have more money if we want to. Dynamic is not something I'm looking for, and D10 is definitely not something I want, so another bad store, I would say. Or sorry, item room. So let's try and fight the boss here. And then maybe we can get like a devil deal, but it's like pretty unlikely, I would say. I'm thinking what could be the next like step where we could like be stronger, but I genuinely think that what we need to do is don't go to the art path. Well, we also don't have enough bombs as of this moment, but I also think it's like kind of a suicide mission to do right now. Like we just don't have anything that would mean that we can necessarily succeed. I don't want to pick you up yet, but I don't want to lose. Oh, I don't want to lose some HP. Check out this room. It is a tears up. We can try doing this, and if we fail, we can just like bail out. Now our damage is like much stronger though. Holy cow. We destroyed the Azabub? I don't... maybe that's their name? I'm not sure. Okay, the tears up helped a lot. Sure. And now we can we go back to pick up that HP thingy. Now I'm kind of tempted to go to the art path, I'll be honest. I think now it's a viable option. Maybe we can get something good from the boss too. From the boss, yo. I don't know what that's what that wanted to be, but my brain says, you know, just say it out loud. It's gonna be funny. Oh, whoa! I don't mean to do that. I wanted to do the opposite. I wanted to play with him because I realized I have like fuck ton of money, but then I made it so. Oh no, we can still access the art path, so that's okay. I don't wanna kill the rainbow poop yet. That's pretty nice. Especially because we have so... well, we don't have that much HP spread out necessarily. We still have one here, I guess. And one at the boss room. Don't forget the black heart too. I guess the one funny good thing about the holy shot, or I don't what is it called? The poop item. Hollowed ground, is that it's kinda a generator of money in a funny way. I'm just gonna do this again because we have petrified poop. That's kind of funny to me. There we go. Oh, we're pretty lucky HP wise. Another surprising but welcome thing about this run, at least. Oh, okay. You have to look out for the positives, man, because that's how you can keep a run alive. You have to believe in the game and the troll engine. Like, so you know how like a few runs before I said that like there are runs where you like have everything to be a successful run, but it's not really there yet. I think we are at the moment where that's starting to happen. We have lots of money, we have lots of HP, We can get like an arcade that maybe helps out. We have like, you know, a way to go into secret rooms easily. So the run is clearly there to be something special, but you know, the next few runs will be, that's also a super secret rock or whatever, super tinted rock. But you know, the time is now. That's like, is the run gonna be that, or is the run gonna be a flop? Right? I don't want to go for the super tinted rock, honestly. Might as well use this. Because you know, if we just like stay on this level where we get like, or like where we have to like rely on hallowed ground, that was scary. Then you know, might as well just give up, basically. Like hallowed ground is not gonna carry the run by itself. Literally the worst combination. Once again, losing HP and the damage up. You know what? Let's try this. Maybe it gives us a bomb back. Wow. Well, I guess it did. I was expecting something more bombastic, to be fair. I think next floor we just teleport to the store immediately. I don't really see a reason why not to. Now I'm also gonna get the ghost form. There we go. I guess we don't have to waste the store card this way. Okay. Now we're talking. Let's buy this. We get the lock up. That's nice. What's this? 2 of clubs. Let's buy this. Then use the 2 of clubs. Why not? Worth, I would say. Tears up, absolutely. Tears up. One more item. Come on. Dreamcatcher is fine. Oh, and we got the golden razor for whatever reason. Maybe buy like 3 items in the same store or something. I don't know. Let's blow this up to get the additional like devil deal chance. And immediately one of the worst rooms. I can imagine, with like 2 champions, one of them being very annoying and the other one being very strong. Okay. To clear out the place. Then we can hopefully manage to kill you with the help of the thin space. There we go. That was genuinely very scary. Now that was a pretty good store, I would say. Pretty bad room though. God, he's good. Let's do this. Nice one. And we can generate more money too, don't forget that, because of the sack of pennies. Immune to creep and floor spikes. I mean, here's the thing, petrified poop won't really do much now, right? Because of the, you know, floor change. Oh, a library. But if we do get hit, I guess it like can still generate stuff for us. I mean, you gotta do it, man. Got bookworm. But I think we like wanna stay with Book of Belial, right? Was that worth 2 hits? Meh, debatable. I think it's fine. Plus we have, I mean, you know, we kind of have like a pretty good item from that room. So I would say it's nice. It's fine. Might as well use it as much as we can. So we have even more damage. A1 is pretty exciting too. This should be a good Ava's spot. Okay. I like. There's some things happening outside and it's very loud. I checked OBS and you should not be able to hear it thanks to the voice compression, but that was some serious noise, man. And there we go. Do I want to go to the item room? Why not? Honestly, I'm just gonna take the common code. Also, don't forget you can check out... okay. This might be an actual better trinket though. Don't forget to check out the what the next item room's gonna be via the Dreamcatcher. Don't forget that. Don't you ever forget. Speed up is nice. Oops. We have pre-curse room knowledge now. Which is pretty nice once again. We can go back to the store for one more time. One more time, I'm gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, alright. Let's see. BFF is pretty nice for the wisps. I wanted to say this in the previous run too, but wisps is such a weird word. It just feels so forced to say out loud. Like it's something a 5 years old made up. That's like, oh, I made up a new word. It's called wisps. And you know the parents are like, good job, honey. And that's it. Like it just doesn't sound natural to me. Well, you know, you can say that about like most of English, I would say. For me, someone whose main language is like Hungarian, English kind of sounds like a bit normal, I would say. Oh, okay. Now we have something here. We have a Mega Satan busting run. For sure, for sure. Like, I don't know how to explain this well, but in Hungarian, what is on the paper, you just read it. Like, you know, if oh, I didn't look at the item. Like, you know, if it says ALMA, you just say Alma instead of saying like Elmay or something. I probably don't want to go to the boss just yet. Oh, what the hell. I mean, I don't really care about the item room anymore, I guess, since we probably have a winning run at this point. We just have to, like, pay attention. But, like, there is an actual good example. There is the word ember in Hungarian, you know. It doesn't mean the same thing. The word ember in Hungarian means human. But you know, we don't say ember, we just say ember, because that's what's written down. And for that reason, I think the Hungarian accent can be like pretty stupid. Like, I think the Hungarian accent is like, sometimes you just like say the word in like a very weird way. For example, I would say that like there is creature, for example, you can say creature, and instead of saying creature, Hungarian maybe would say like creature. Because, you know, we kind of want to say what's written on the paper, And that makes the most sense to us that way. Would this like destroy hollowed poop? Probably wouldn't do anything, right? So probably no point. I think that's pretty weird, by the way. Or like, you know, the English language is pretty weird for me. Like, I remember when I started learning it, I was pretty confused about what these things are meant to be, basically. Like, what do you mean that what do you mean is red? Like, what do you mean, right? Like, why isn't it just red? Like, what do you mean? Literally. And oh, what the fuck? And you know, and then I like been speaking this language for so long, I kinda got used to it. And now I would say if I see a new word, I can somehow figure out how it's pronounced, but I don't really blame anyone who is like not familiar with English and tries to figure out, like, you know, how a word is pronounced and they don't succeed. Like, I think it's a pretty tough thing to do, like, overall. I've been there. Been there, done that, I would even say. And then there is German who lies. Like they say that they just say what's on the paper, but they also have like some fucky things, like, you know. There is the word gymnasium, for example, but they use epsilon instead of like an I in the beginning. I think you use an I in English. But anyway, my point is that, you know, you would say, oh, gymnasium, right? Because epsilon is basically another I. But for whatever reason, Germans decided that no, epsilon is like an Ü. And instead of gymnasium, just say gymnasium. But then why the fuck do you have the letter Ü? Like make it make sense, bro. Make your shit up. Might as well. We don't have to fight you. Shit drives me crazy. And then, okay, like the, you know, I don't want to be saying the Hungarian language also has some like pretty stupid stuff, like for whatever reason we have like a letter that's like 3 characters, the J letter basically, D, Z, S, and we use it for like 2 words basically. Like if you want to say ninja, we write it down like NINDZSA. Because, I don't know, we decided that we are too cool to write it down like, you know, ninja. Like every other language, basically. We were like, we are too cool for this shit. We're gonna do our own stuff. What is this called? The double. Alright. That reminds me, I can explain why it reminds me, because I was playing this like old video game. Well, it wasn't like a social media, it was like just like a chat with like, you know, graphics basically. You could like go around, talk with people, stuff like that. But anyway, that game had a moderator called Double, or Little Double, I guess would be the right translation for Hungarian. Or for English. And I think when I was like 12, he was like 20x years old. And back then I was like, whoa, 20x years old people are so old, right? Like, y'all are ancient, bro, what the fuck? But now that I think about it, the other crazy thing is, it's actually an even better trinket. Now that I think about it, they are like pretty young still, like they should be around in their 40s, right? And that's not that old. And you know, the crazy thing is, when you are a kid and how do I say this? that it makes sense. When you are a kid and you know, you live like 10 years, and that 10 years is your whole life. It's pretty weird when you meet someone who is like 30, for example, and that the 10 years of your life is 1/3 of their life, right? Like basically everything you've seen in your life so far is only a little part of theirs. Like so little that they might not even remember most of it, because, you know, it's like they probably seen most of it before and stuff. Like, you know, inflation, for example. That's like very weird to like think about. And then when you are like 25, you realize that like people you called old when they were 25 are like, you know, not really that old. And even right now, when you are like again, like maybe 15 years older than you, they're like still not that old actually. They're like 40, right? Like that's pretty normal. Oh, I didn't check out the item once again. Oh, the Beeble. Might as well buy it, might as well throw it, why not? Diplopia, how interesting. Might as well take it for a round. Find the item room. Get some bitches. Age is a very weird thing because if I talk to a 13 years old, wait, that's like 10 years, holy cow. Let me rephrase. If I talk to like a 20 years old, sometimes I think I talked about this before. What's this item? Rocket in a jar. That's fine. If I talk to a 20 years old, which is like, you know, 4-5 years difference basically, I don't want to say that I feel like I'm much smarter or anything, but I do want to say that 5 years of like life experience shows, basically, if that makes sense. Like, you know, I don't want to say I'm like so smart about life and stuff, but being able to talk, like, you know, let's say that 20 years old like has one semester of school, and then, you know, he talks about stuff, and then, you know, I talk about my own experiences who's like spent the last 5 years doing school. Now, you know, not necessarily because I should, I would say, but because that's just how life happened. But it's like weird when you know, we compare how do you say it, like experiences, I guess, and then, you know, the topic comes up that's like, oh yeah, like, you know, first semester is so hard, and then I realized that when I only had like one semester of college, I also was like, this is so hard, but then I realized that this can get much worse. For sure. Oh, I'm gonna lose the bone heart. Well, that's okay. Like, you know, of course it's hard for you because it is the basically the hardest school has ever been. But for me, thinking back, college it's not necessarily hard. It's just like they ask way too many things, even things that are not necessarily important, I would say, or interesting, and that makes it hard. Or that's like the hard factor in college for me, that sometimes you have to like learn things that are only like the hyperfixation of the teacher, if that makes sense, right? Nice. Though, well, I guess we can do something about the money, we can get stronger. But then, you know, it's also something I think that you have to experience yourself. Like, you cannot really you know, preach about this, because, you know, people try to give me tips for college, but like it's hard to give tips about something that you don't even really understand what it is, if that makes sense. Like it's like, you know, before, like let's say you learn how to drive and then people like give you tips on how to drive, like, oh yeah, look out for like, I don't know, the manual and stuff, and you're like, what the fuck is a manual? Like, you know, in theory what's a manual, you've seen a manual before, but I don't even know if manual is the right word for it, but like, you know, you don't necessarily know how to use it. And you definitely don't know how to do the tips they tell you because, you know, you just never experienced it before. And then maybe once you like try a manual for the first time before, you can be like, oh yeah, this makes sense now. Or like, you know, the tips they give me that could actually help. But, you know, just before you start doing something and you don't even know what the thing is, it's probably not gonna do a lot. That's what I'm trying to say. Bomb bag. Oh, the mulligan, nice. And dry baby. And I'm not gonna reroll my whole run, thank you. You get the idea what I'm trying to say here. It's like, you know, if you try to give like a 2 years old a tip how to talk, they're not gonna be like, oh, okay, thanks. I will look out for the, I don't know, the letter R. That's like, you know, that's like the hard one. I'm gonna look out for that. Now they're just gonna be like, what? And that's basically the same thing with like college, I would say, or like many things in life where, you know, you don't really have an experience. You can like, you know, say this like, hey, look out for like learning, or like, you know, try paying attention to how you schedule your time and stuff, how you plan or manage your time, I should say. But you can't really go out and be like, hey, you know, oh, learn this, you know, subject well because it's gonna be the toughest one. Like, they might, you know, accept or like, you know, live by the tip you give, but at the same time, it's pretty hard to really grab the idea of the class or the subject if you did not experience it beforehand, I would say. Especially because it also might not be true. Like there were classes for me that people were like, oh yeah, this is so tough, like everybody fails it and, you know, blah blah blah, and then I basically passed it first time and, you know, was just surprised that people found it hard. But then there was another, you know, class where I was like, where people were like, oh, this is pretty easy, and I genuinely had a tough time understanding it, if that makes sense. Like it took me a bit to be able to do it. Now here's an interesting question. We could try going to the void and just skip Mega Satan or do Mega Satan and hope we get the pass. But the last few like days or like last few runs when I tried to get like Mega Satan or like get Delirium through Mega Satan, we were lucky. Like we got it every time, so we are either like very lucky or it's just 100% now. So let's give it a try. We'll see. So yeah, I think that's why it's hard to give tips for college, especially because, you know, you're talking like, okay, this is this is gonna be the part where I think the age comes back, especially because you're talking to someone who's like 18 to 20 maybe, and, you know, they just like finished high school, they probably think they are at the top of the world, and they kind of are, you know, like teens, you know, they are pretty confident, they are still pretty young to the world. Of course they are, like, you know, they are the way they are, but especially because of that, even though you try to give like a friendly tip, but like be careful with college because it is like harder than high school, they probably like, you know, gonna be like, yeah, of course, sure, and then, you know, just play no Subway Surfer on their phones and go out and party and stuff, and then when they fail for the first time, they're probably gonna be like, oh yeah, this is actually pretty tough and not as easy as it was in high school. You know, I've been there, kinda. You know, I don't think it's necessarily something I'm making up, and then it is something that that I've talked about with my like old schoolmates too. We did get Delirium again. Interesting. Oh, it's Delirium, the boss, and we unlock the Brown baby, and the secret room here. Balls of Steel is nice. I'm Drowsy is actually what I'm gonna bring with myself though. Oh, because we are kind of full on red HP, so we can't really use Balls of Steel, I would say. Dude, give me that I beaten the lamp, dude. Give me the objective, please. I beaten the lamp. Imagine if that's how it worked. The game would be so much easier. Oh. I might die, actually. Hold on. I don't know. Sure, let's take Chaos. Wheel of Fortune. Yo, oh, okay. I was like, yo, where is the I'm drowsy pill? So yeah, that's basically what I think about, like, you know, talking to people who are like a bit younger than me, that the life experience can show, because, you know, you come from like your previous life experiences that are much smarter than what I thought I am, because, you know, like you used to think like, oh, you know, it would be so fun if they just printed money to basically like being in college. So that's like a big step, I would say. But then you didn't really have like, you don't really have like actual life experience, I would say, which is again like completely fine. But then if you talk to someone, or like this is my experience, if I talk to someone who's like 5 years older than me, right? So like 29 or 30, I think we can have a much better conversation. Well, for me at least. I don't know if it feels the same for them, but I think so, because, you know, I'm at the age where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like starting to understand how the world works, and then we can have like conversation about that matter, because I'm basically like learning into a world that is somewhat new to them too, because, you know, how technology is forever like improving and stuff. And I think because of that, it can be like a pretty interesting conversation that's like, oh yeah, you know, I tried out this new system and it fucking sucks, and then they are like, oh yeah, like, you know, the old system was much better, and, you know, you can have like a conversation about how the old system worked, and then, you know, maybe you have some ideas how it could be improved and stuff. And I think that's like a genuine good conversation. A genuinely interesting idea and stuff. It's weird. It's like what I was thinking about right now. It's kind of weird to be a 20x years old, I guess. I mean, it's, of course, every age has like its own weird thing. But when you are 20, you literally are basically between like the teens and the adults. Like, you know, on paper you are an adult, congrats, pay taxes or whatever. But at the same time, you're kinda in this like weird position where this is gonna sound weird, and don't think any malice behind it. But when you're like too old to hang out with the teens for obvious reasons, but you are too young to hang out with the adults, because, you know, the adults are boring. I don't want to go to, I don't know, to this family program. I want to go get drunk forever, and then, you know, you go out, hang out with the younglings. You get drunk and you're like, oh, this shit fucking sucks, man. Everybody was talking about like how high school is tough, and I was like, yeah, just, you know, wait for college. And then they were like, this guy's insane and all. Oh, just wait till you get your first job. Oh, but you know, I was working at summer camp and I got like basically free money for hanging out and smoking cigarettes. What's so hard about job? And then you're like, you know, you like have to do it for 8 hours a day, and then you like, basically work 40 hours a week. And I don't know, man, the money sounds nice, and then you're like, yeah, but then you have to fucking, you know, pay for rent and shit. Like half of your money is not even yours in general because you pay taxes, and then the other half is just goes for rent and shit and you know, loans and whatever. And like, yeah, whatever, you know, I'm just gonna not do it that way, lol. I'm just gonna pass all of the classes and then be the best in everything, and then I just don't have to worry about loans and gonna be rich. And it's like, you know, like, good luck, buddy. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not that I wish for your downfall or anything, but you know, it's a bit more optimistic than how life really is. Like again, I've been there. It's not that easy to do have a life that's, you know, it just figures itself out. You have to like put lots of work into it, man. I'm sorry, where the fuck do I have to go? Oh shit. Like I've been eyeballing the map for a while now, and I generally don't see where the boss could be. Like we have only one room to go, and oh, because that's a secret room. Okay, I've been fooled. I've been fooled by my own stupidity. 12 diamonds doesn't do much. Okay. This is gonna be the one. So in the end, we do have to explore everything. This cannot be Delirium. Oh, never mind. I don't know the game, apparently. So this is gonna be a win, without a doubt. So yeah, again, like, I don't blame the teens. I've been there, and you generally need just need to experience this on your own, or maybe your brain needs to like grow a bit. I don't know. I still think as a teen, your main objective is to just have fun reasonably, you know? Like, I don't say that, hey, try all the drugs on earth, because you are a teen and your body can handle it. It probably can't, but you know, you can just be like, hey, I'm gonna get drunk for no reason whatsoever, and then, you know, there's 90% of the times I don't think there will be like consequences of it. Or even if there is consequences of it, like, you know, you like go to your friend and then maybe like say I love you, and then vomit on them or something, like they will probably forgive it eventually. Like, you know, there's not gonna be consequences that's gonna stay with you forever at the end of time. Oh, imagine if we got this before Delirium, man. It's fine. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, click the like button, click the subscribe button, and all those things. See you in the next one. Bye.